Hello everyone. Welcome to our chair yoga here. My name's Katie and I am going to walk you through a very gentle chair yoga flow. I love doing this with my chair yoga classes, and this is great for those that have that just can't do the up and down of the mat. Yoga is too much for them. This is super supportive. So this is also great for people that have any limitations. You know, maybe they can't do certain poses or they're healing from something. So this is really great option for those. We start by sitting down and grounding down. So we're gonna bring the soles of our feet, we're gonna plant them nice and firm. I'm just gonna push us a little down so we can see the feet. All right, so feet are nice and firm on our ground. So here's my setup. I have a chair, just a regular chair. You can use any chair, and I put it on the mat. So if you don't have to put it on a mat, you could put it on the carpeted area. We just want to make sure it's not sliding, because we are going to use it to stand up and do some poses standing up. But this is the way we're going to get started. All right, so feet are going to be on the floor. So you want a chair where your feet can touch the floor. So soles of your feet, you can wear shoes for this, whatever you need. This is very easy to modify for everybody's needs, right? So feet on the floor. You can sit back in your chair. We want to work on a little bit of a core strength and the posture, but if this is too much for you, if you're just getting started, it's okay to lean. Trust me, everything in yoga, there's no wrong way of doing it. The only wrong way to do yoga is if you're feeling pain. So if you're feeling pain from any posture that you're attempting, that's the only indicator that something's wrong. Everything else is up to you. Modify it any way you like. Make sure, I'm gonna cue us through alignment, but if you follow your body's guidance and knowing your range, it's gonna be great. All right, sitting down in your chair, closing our eyes, tuning into our breath. Feet are firmly planted on the ground. The reason we do that, not just for the alignment, but for that connection with grounding and earth. Even though we're not planting our feet into the earth, the downward motion of us planting the feet and feeling supported by the floor gives us comfort and grounding. We're gonna do a little body scan. So we're gonna start from the front of the body, run all the way up to the head, and then run it back. What we're gonna do with each inhale and exhale is we're gonna focus on that part of the body that I bring our awareness to. If you feel any tightness in that area, with an exhale, you're gonna exhale and send that exhale to release the tension in that area. So let's try it. Close your eyes, focus on your legs. So we're gonna start from our toes, running up our shins to our knees, and then running up our thighs to our hips. So just legs in general. So now you're focusing and seeing if there's any areas of tightness. Maybe it's around your knees, maybe it's in your ankles, maybe there's nothing there at all, and know that it's totally fine. We inhale here, and if there is an area of tightness, exhale, and imagine the lightness of an exhale. Release the tension in that area. All right, focusing on our hips now. So kind of right here where we're sitting down, our hip points right here, right? And maybe on the sides, any areas of tension there. Inhale fully. And exhale, release. With this exhale, you might feel yourself sit a little bit firmer in your seat, and that's a part of grounding that we're looking for. Bringing our awareness to our abdominal area. So imagine your navel and right around it, up to your rib cage, down to your hips, and on the sides. Let's not forget the sides. We're gonna inhale and really try to bring that belly button to the spine. So of course it's not gonna touch, but that's And inhale, we're really gonna contract there. And exhale, let it just all fall out. Feel your belly come out and become bigger, and then come back to neutral. So what that does, it gives our internal organs a great workout. So it contracts them and then releases them. Let's do that one more time, and then focus on any area of tension that you might have in that area, and with an exhale, release it. So inhale here, and exhale, release. Moving on up to our chest area. So our chest area energetically carries a lot of tension. You know, you can, maybe you feel your chest sinking in a little bit. So helping your chest come forward and aligning your spine actually helps open that up and release any tension or any feelings that can weigh heavy on our chest. So think about our lungs, our heart in this area, our diaphragm right underneath our rib cage. So focusing right up to the collarbone. That's where we're going to focus on. Feeling any areas of tension there. We're going to inhale fully and exhale. Feel the heart become a little softer. Feel the tension melt a little bit away from this area. Bringing our awareness to our shoulders now, our throat. Maybe there is some tension in the shoulders here. We're going to work on the back of the shoulders too, but focusing on the front right now. Inhale fully. Exhale, release completely. Run down from your shoulders all the way to the fingertips. Anything there that is a little tight, inhale fully. And exhale completely. Bringing awareness to our face. So many muscles in our face and our jawline, and we tense these up without realizing it. So just, if you could just relax the face muscles just a little with an exhale, it's just going to give you such an overall emotional release too. So inhale fully and exhale, all the face muscles just soften. Very nice. Bringing our awareness to the crown of our head. Noticing any tension, maybe temples and in the head area. Maybe there's some head tension. Maybe there's some fog happening in our mind right here. Maybe we feel a little foggy there. Let's inhale and really inhale. Really bring that air all the way into your brain so you become a little more clear, just gaining a little more clarity in the brain. And exhale everything that doesn't serve us. Beautiful. Bringing our awareness now to the back of our head. Inhale fully. So focus on that area right underneath our skull. Right underneath here. I'm going to switch and sit this way for a little bit so I can show you some areas we're focusing on. Inhale fully here. And exhale completely. So now focusing on the back of our neck and the shoulders, right? Let's actually inhale and bring those shoulders up. And exhale, relax them down the back. Very nice. Any areas of tightness here, we'll work with that area a little bit more, but right now let's just inhale fully and exhale completely. And now imagine our spine like a pearl of beautiful, a string of beautiful pearls. So you have this invisible string coming out from either end of your spine, and the pearls are your vertebrae, beautifully stacking up. And when we inhale, we just elongate that spine. It becomes nice and tall. And exhale, settle back in. So now bringing awareness to our shoulder blades and that area of the back, and the muscles running down our spine right here. So kind of our whole spine there. Inhale fully. Release anything there. And now coming to our lower back right here. Beautiful muscle here. And our lower back to our hips. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Beautiful. Focusing on our glutes now. So noticing any areas of tension around your glutes. Inhale fully there, and exhale completely. Beautiful. And let's finish running from our glutes all the way down behind our knees and all the way into our heels. Any areas of tightness there. Inhale fully here, and exhale completely. Beautiful. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna take our hands overhead, and exhale, we're just gently gonna twist to the right. The right hand gently rests on the chair, left hand gently hugs your knee. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist a little bit. Exhale, inhale, hands come through the center. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Let's inhale and come back through center. Beautiful. And we're gonna continue warming up our body. We're gonna bring in some wrist movements. So we're gonna bring our right hand in front of us, and we're gonna inhale, we're gonna open it up, really spread the, I wanna demonstrate it sideways too. So we're really stretching the hand there, right? And then on an exhale, we tuck the thumb in and we close it up this way. So inhale and open, really stretch through all the fingertips, really stretch that hand, and exhale, the thumb comes in and we press it into a fist. So hand comes out straight, inhale, open the palm, exhale, tuck the thumb in, close it. 4 more times just like that. So this is an excellent exercise for our wrists and for our joints in our hands. So this is something that's really, really beneficial for everyone, to keep our joints lubricated, to keep nice range of motion in there. This is our 5th one, making a fist and opening it up and gently bringing the hand down. The left hand's gonna come up. Really stretch through that hand. Really stretch through those. So keeping the shoulder in, so trying not to reach forward. The hand is, the shoulder is where it is. It's just, if you can imagine reaching your hand without moving your shoulder, that nice stretch through the hand. And then on an exhale, thumb tucks in, we make a fist. Inhale, open up. Fist. Inhale, open up. And a fist. And open up. And linking that breath and movement. Last one. Beautiful, the hand comes down, very nice. We're gonna bring some ankle rolls into our ankles. So bring your right, straighten your right leg and just gently begin moving in the, any direction with your right foot, making nice circles with your foot. And then we're gonna pause halfway and we're gonna reverse it. And that's not just great for our joints, but this is a great exercise for our minds. So a lot of these exercises we're doing are so great for keeping our mind sharp and just helping create new pathways, because our brain is used to doing things certain ways. So this way we can train it to add more variety to what it does, keeping it sharp. Left leg, nice big rolls. And as you notice, your foot doesn't have to be up, it can be on the floor. So working with your own mobility, these are just options here. You didn't have to tell the foot which way to go, it just went. So this is, the brain is trained that way. And then when we stop and we tell it to go the other way, we're actually engaging different parts of our brain, right? So this is the cool part with yoga, combining that mind, body, and spirit, soul connection. All right, bringing our foot down. This is an exercise I learned that is great for so many different ligaments and joints and muscles in our feet. There's so many muscles. It looks like we don't have that in our soles of our feet, but we actually do. So plant your feet nice and flat. Imagine there's little pom-poms on the floor. Even if you have shoes on, try to pick them up with your toes. So you're scrunching your toes like you're picking up a pom-pom. You're trying to grab a pom-pom. So this just adds to that strengthening of our foundation, which our feet are, and we use them to walk all the time. So we want to keep those ligaments, muscles, joints in our feet, in our toes, super healthy, so we can feel nice and supported as we're walking and doing things. All right, finishing up there, we're going to bring both of our hands out and we're going to come into wrist circles. So nice wrist circles, whichever way works for you. So you started once again in that natural circling pattern, and then you're going to pause halfway and you're going to reverse your circles. Breathing, not holding our breath. Notice if you were kind of holding on to your breath, and just let it come in and out naturally. Beautiful. Let's open our hands and wiggle our fingers and bring them up overhead and then to the sides and back into your lap. Beautiful. All right, continuing to waking up our body. I'm going to go sideways just to demonstrate a little. So this is the flow we're going to do. We're going to inhale and we're going to bring hands overhead. We're going to exhale and open them out to the side like this. We then lean forward and hold it there for just one inhale to strengthen that back muscle, and then we plant our hands on our knees and gently let them roll down. So we're coming into a seated forward fold. So just slowly let yourself roll down wherever you end up. And this is a great place for our lower back. So you feel your lower back stretch and just lighten here. So whenever you feel any pressure in that area, this is a great place to release it. And then we're going to take a seated halfway lift. So hands come to our shins. The back becomes straight, nice long line from the crown to the tailbone. Inhale, shoulders open up, and exhale, roll back down. And then slowly roll yourself all the way up. Take your time getting up there. Imagine that string of pearls stacking vertebrae by vertebrae until we get to our head. We're going to inhale, hands are going to come up. Exhale, hands are going to come through heart center. Beautiful. We're going to take a few side stretches. So we're going to inhale, hands come overhead one more time. Interlace pointer finger and interlace fingers, pointer finger and thumb are not interlaced. Reach up and over to the right, just gently, not compromising, not crunching this side to get a stretch, but really keeping both sides nice and long. Inhale, back through center, over to the other side. Inhale, back through center. Beautiful. We're going to take a few seated cat-cows. So feet are planted on the floor, hands are going to be in our lap. They're going to move up and down. So for our seated cow pose, we're going to inhale and move our shoulders back, and we're going to take our gaze up. So if you can imagine a string coming out from right underneath your ribcage and somebody pulling you forward, and then on an exhale, we're going to reverse that. The belly button comes in, shoulders come forward, the neck, the chin can drop into our chest, and then inhale, slowly come up, cow, exhale, slowly back, cat. 3 more on your own breath. Inhale, gaze comes up, exhale, forward. This doesn't have to look just like mine. If your body moves different, that's okay. If you're only here for your cat, the arch back, that's okay. You don't have to come all the way out. So just make this your own. This is a great place to link breath and movement. So just move with your own breath. Beautiful. All right, let's add some core strengthening here. All right, so we're gonna inhale, the right hand's gonna come up and the left leg comes up. So engaging our core and slowly release down. Inhale up and exhale down. Now we're gonna march just like that, alternating sides moving with our own bodies and our own mobility, and also engaging our brain because we have to do different options. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to inhale up, exhale, switch. Inhale up and exhale, switch. One more time on each side. And beautiful. And pausing here. We're going to do both hands and feet at the same time. Really engage that core, and inhale, both hands and knees come up, hands and legs, and exhale down. Beautiful. One more time. And exhale. Very nice. All right. Beautiful. We're going to come to standing. So the standing poses, I try and keep them very, so that all levels can do it, but it's going to look different for everyone. Okay, so this is where it's going to be important to have really nice, sturdy mat or carpet underneath you, so your chair becomes, it's not sliding. We're going to bring our hands on our chair, and we're going to step back. I'm going to move my chair a little forward so you can see, and we're going to come in. Man, that landscape setting would be nice here. All right, I'll figure it out, guys. So this is where we are, making this 90-degree shape out of our body. So yours, like I said, doesn't have to look like this, but the idea is that we're letting the body sink in between our arms and opening up our shoulder blades. So this is a great shoulder exercise, as well as hamstring stretch. If it's too tight for your hamstrings, bend your knees. So a nice stretch here. And then slowly just walk yourself back up. Our next exercise with our chair is going to look like this. We're going to stand next to the chair. We're going to use it for balance if you need the balance with your left hand, just leaning in. The right hand can come on our hip, and we're going to inhale and we're going to point our toe forward and then bring it back on an exhale 3 times. 2, 3, and I guess if you didn't do the third one, do the third one. Beautiful. We're gonna come out to the side. So you can just point your toe and keep it on the floor for the side one. You can engage the leg and lift it and flex it and keep it off the floor this way. The most important thing is that we're not popping a hip to do that. We want this side to be really strong. We're working on strengthening this side because it's doing all the balancing right now, while we're bringing mobility into the right, movement and mobility into the right side. Beautiful. And this is what our back, so then we're gonna point back. So inhale and back. Inhale and back. And inhale back. Beautiful. All right, so 3 times on each side. And then we draw a half a circle. So we inhale and point forward, and then we just go in a circle and we work with our own body. As soon as we feel like this is like too much for us, just bring the leg a little closer and then finish your circle, bend the knee and bring it through, and 2 more times just like that. Drawing that circle, working with our hips and working with our, strengthening our leg, our left leg that we're standing. Beautiful. All right, take it over to the other side. So you walk over and stand on this side, and I have wonderful students that need some help walking, so they use canes or walkers, and they're able to do this too because that helps them strengthen, and even if they still use those to walk, it helps them feel more balanced. All right, and bringing that strength into those muscles. So our right side is now going to be really engaged. We're going to keep it nice and pulled in, so we're not going to let that hip come out to compromise anything. We're going to stand nice and tall, even if that means that our movements become maybe a little shorter. They don't have to be, we don't have to be doing these beautiful ranges of motions just yet. If yours is right here, that's fine. As long as we're moving different muscles, engaging them, toning them, that's where it's at. So 3 times on this side. If this is not enough challenge for you, maybe you want a little bit more, lift that leg. So when you bring it forward, lift that leg. Hips are going to be closed, so not opening our hips. Beautiful. Come out to the side, whichever way is good for you. Maybe it's just pointing on the floor. And then back. 1 and 2 and 3. Wonderful. Let's do those beautiful half circles. So inhale, point forward, go around, and then when you feel like you need to bring it a little closer, bring it closer to the back, bend the knee, bring it through, 2 more, just like that. Beautiful. Bring both feet together, shake it out, and we're gonna come back to sit just for a little bit. We're gonna stand up one more time. All right, so coming back to our chair, we're gonna inhale. Remember I taught you that little sequence. Inhale, hands come up, then hands come out to the side. We'll lean forward just for a second, and then we come completely into this forward fold. So that should feel really, really good on your back. Releasing the back. The hips are staying on the floor, so we're not lifting up. We're actually just, so if you're right here, you can bring your hands down wherever you are in your flexibility. And let's inhale, halfway lift. So hands come to shins, nice straight back. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, slowly with control, we come all the way up to seated. Beautiful. We're gonna reach our hands overhead. Inhale up and exhale, bring them through center. All right, we're gonna do our seated poses like warrior and radiant warrior. I'll show you this. This is a beautiful sequence. All right, so I'm gonna move the chair just a little. Okay, so as you're picking a chair for your chair yoga, if it doesn't have, it's better if it doesn't have handles. It's just because of what we're about to do. All right, so you, from your chair, you scooch over to the right. I might be a little flipped to you because we are on camera here. We're gonna plant our right foot so it has a 90-degree angle, right? So the knee is right above our ankle. The sole of the foot is planted firmly into the mat. Okay, so here's where our hips are gonna flip a little forward, and that's what's gonna help us do it. So you might wanna sit a little closer to the edge. If this is, if you're trying this and it doesn't work with your balance, don't do it. You can leave the foot right here. This is only if you've done this before and you'd like an extra challenge. So what's gonna help us come into this seated warrior too is if the hips have to, it's the tilt of the hips, right? So if the hips are like this, the knees can't, no one can do that because it's just not, in our alignment. So if we tilt the hips, that's where we come into this warrior two. But wherever you are, I teach my students, we can stay like this, we can take the leg out. The most important thing is that your base is nice and sturdy. And from here, we're gonna bring our hands out to a T. I'm gonna move you guys just a little, just because I need a little more range to show you things. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. Oh no, okay. All right, I think this will work, right? So we're here and our hands are out to a T, this way. Our gaze goes over our right hand. And we're gonna flip our front palm and bring it up like we're pointing up like a hand of a clock. If this is enough of a stretch for you, stay here. If you'd like an added stretch, you're gonna go a little bit further, like you're trying to touch the other side of the room. We're gonna inhale and point back up, and then hands come out back to a T. Beautiful. Our right hand's gonna rest on our right knee. We're gonna flip the back palm and sail it up. And if you'd like an added stretch, lean a little forward this way. Beautiful. Inhale back through center. Both hands come out to a T. So finding that nice focus in here, the gaze is right through our fingertips on our right hand. Inhale and feel the shoulders come a little down. And then bring your hands into our lap. Bring your knees together. And let's scooch over to the other side. and balance out our other side. Beautiful. So you were switching to the left. The left foot comes out, 90-degree angle, and then it's up to you what you do with the right leg. It can stay right here. It can open up like this. If your hips allow, that's where you would tilt forward your hips, and that's what helps straighten that back leg. Absolutely not necessary right away, but this is where we're going. So inhale, hands come to a T. The gaze is over your front middle finger, left middle finger, left fingertips. And then we're gonna flip that palm and sail it up to a 12, like we're pointing to a 12, and then lean a little bit back. So our torso is nice and straight. We're not leaning forward. We're nice and straight, and then it's just gently in back to the back. Inhale back through center. Hands come out back to a T. Left hand rests on the left thigh. Flip the back palm, sail it up. And then keep going just a little bit for that nice, full, long side body stretch. Inhale back through center. Hands come back out to a T, gazes over the left hand. Those shoulders on an exhale come a little bit lower. And you find that focus, you find that moment of stillness. And then the hands gently come into your lap. We bring the legs together. We sit back and we flow through our little mini flow that I showed you. We inhale up. Hands come out. We lean forward. Stay here for just a second, and then hands come to our knees and we gently roll all the way down to release our lower back. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to our knees, shins, gently pressing there. Nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. And slowly with control, roll all the way up. The head's gonna come up last. Take your time getting there. When you get there, inhale, reach up, gaze up. And exhale, hands come down. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna stand up one more time. We're gonna do our balancing pose, standing up. And for my students, the advanced students, we're gonna do the triangle pose. You're welcome to try, but if it's your first time and balancing is a little hard, see what works for you. Alrighty, for our balancing pose, we're gonna come and stand to the right of our chair. We're gonna lean our left hand into it. We're not gonna try and lean into the chair. We're just leaning our hand into it. We're gonna engage that left side again. So imagine the four corners of your feet. 1, 2, right underneath your toes, those pads, and 2 on the heels. If you can imagine pressing that, super gluing it to the floor. Inhale, lift your toes up, and then you'll feel those pads underneath. So we're not balancing into the toes, we're balancing into those pads. Exhale, the toes come back down. Really engaging our quad here, pulling it up so it's a nice long line. Hips are gonna stay nice and neutral. And then when you feel nicely balanced, the right foot is gonna come to a kickstand. Sometimes this is, if you're just getting started, this is not stable enough. So you can open it out just a little bit so you have that wider base wherever you are. This is a great place. Our foot can travel a little bit up if you're there with your balance. The most important thing is that we're not pressing into the knee, so we're not pressing into our joint. Or if you're all the way up here, wherever you are, find your tree. The right hand can stay on your hip, or it can come up and you can grow your tree. Fix your gaze on one spot in front of you that's not moving, and we're gonna stay there for a few breaths. If you fall out or if your foot is too high, lower it down. Wherever you are, just find that nice balanced place. If you don't need the chair, you can keep your hand on your hip, or you can bring both hands up. And breathe. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Bring the right hand down if you put it up. The foot comes down. Shake it out. Let's go over to the left. Take your time getting there. And now we're going to do the same for balancing through our right side. So lift those toes, feel those pads underneath the toes, really pushing into the mat, lower the toes down. The heel, if you can imagine 2 points on your heel, really pressing that into the floor. The right hand's going to be leaning into the chair, so finding your sweet spot here. And when you feel that side nice and strong and engaged, that's when the left's going to come to either a little bit further out, a kickstand, or a little closer, wherever you are. Nice open chest, and then the left hand can be on your hip, or you can grow your tree this way. Just breathe. Fix your gaze in one spot in front of you that's not moving. That's going to help us with our balance and keeping us from swaying too much, although swaying is totally normal. We don't have to be completely still here. We're just finding the balance. And last inhale, stay for the exhale. Hand comes down, release the leg and shake it out. Beautiful. All right, so how we're gonna do our triangle pose. So we're gonna take a wider than our hips stance. We're gonna pivot on the heel of the back of the right foot and make sure it's pointing towards in this direction to the right. The left stays where it's at. The right hand's gonna be on our chair. We're gonna extend the right hand out. We're gonna kick the hips to the left. We're gonna reach forward, and then we're gonna release the hand down. So this is gonna be our triangle pose here, keeping balance with the chair. If you don't need the chair, you can open up both, but hold on to that chair. Inhale, we're gonna come up, bring both hands on our chair, close off that foot. So now it's once again parallel to the other foot, and now the left foot, pivot on the heel and point your toes in the opposite direction. The hips kick back to the right, the hand reaches forward to the left, and you release that hand down and triangle pose on this side. Inhale yourself back up. Close off that foot. Both hands come on the chair. Feet come to meet. Let's shake them out. Let's come onto the, let's bend one knee and then the other and just walk out our legs this way. And we're gonna come back to seated. We're gonna stay seated for the rest of this flow. Sitting down. Beautiful. We're gonna inhale and reach up. Exhale, open out to the side. Lean forward. Hold it here for a second. The hands come on your knees and you come all the way down. Take your time getting down there. You can grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side to release our lower back. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Just to let anything that's in our shoulders, in our back, come out. Hands come to shins halfway left, gently pressing into the shins. And exhale, fold forward. Slowly with control, we're gonna roll all the way up. The head's gonna come up last. Take your time getting here. When you do, inhale, hands come overhead. Hands come to touch and slowly release them down. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, your hands overhead. We're gonna interlace our thumbs, so making like a butterfly out of our hands. And we're just gently gonna reach the hands back and take our gaze up and inhale back through center. We're gonna change the thumbs. So whichever thumb's on top, reach and change it up. It's gonna feel really uncomfortable. Our brains do amazing things, and just know. And inhale this way, exhale together, and gently wiggle your fingers and bring them all the way down. We're gonna inhale nice and big. Hands come out to the side and give yourself a nice big hug. All right, hands don't have to meet that way. If your hands meet this way and you are holding opposite elbows, that's fine, wherever you are. Let's bring gentle movement into our spine and begin to move it from side to side. And when you get to the right, we're gonna pause. And we're gonna inhale and lengthen our spine, and we're gonna twist just a little bit more. This means maybe it's just, a fraction of an inch, not even an inch. Inhale a little taller, exhale, twist a little bit more, find that space, and exhale, counter twist and bring that movement back in, swaying from side to side. And when you get to the other side, to the left, pause there. So both hips are on the floor. We're gonna inhale and lengthen our spine, and exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit more. The gaze goes over the left shoulder if your neck allows. And exhale, sway from side to side to release. All right, remember which hand is on top of which one. Inhale big, opposite hand goes on top. Playing with that brain, bringing that focus, that sharpness, that unfogging the brain, and making it exercise with us as we're moving our body and muscles, exercising our brain. When you get to the right, pause. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale, find room and twist a little bit more. And exhale, counter twist to the other side. And when you get to the left, pause there. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, twist to your deepest one here. And exhale, sway from side to side. Beautiful. Let's inhale and open up our hands nice and wide. And exhale, bring them together. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And gently bring those hands down to your lap. We're gonna inhale and cross our right foot over our left. So if this is enough of kind of posture for you, keep it there. If your hips allow, we're gonna cross our right leg over our left at the ankle, and we're just gonna let it rest like this. Wherever you are, even if you're just crossing your legs this way, if you can imagine the right knee coming away a little, that's gonna help open up our hips and just bring that flexibility in them. If you're here, same idea. Make sure you're not pressing or pushing this hip too much. We want it to be really gentle hip opener here. We're gonna spend 7 breaths here. So you can close your eyes, get comfy, and just let the gravity open up our hips. Release any emotions that are stored there, any tension, anything, just let it open up and come out. Release it out. Three more breaths. We're slowing down, getting ready. Two more. Gives us a chance to focus on our breath and catch it and slow it down, even it out. Let's inhale and sit nice tall, uncross your leg. The left crosses over the right. Once again, it could just be crossed like this. The most important thing is that we're opening that knee away from us, and that's what's gonna help open up our hips a little bit. Or if you're here, that's great. Keep your foot flexed. Just sit nice and tall. We're gonna be here for 7 breaths, just like the other side. Maybe you notice that one side is tighter than the other. That's totally normal. Our sides are not completely identical, so it's gonna feel different. And breathe here. Great chance to just slow down and let anything that doesn't serve us just melt away. Filling our heart with joy and breath and making sure there's only room for love, peace, light, everything that we want, and whatever we don't want, just kind of ask it to leave gently. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Let's uncross our legs and let's actually get ready for our seated Shavasana, resting pose. So we just let our feet come out. You can use your chair. The hands can come out to the side or into your, rest in your lap. We're gonna be here for a few minutes, so just make sure you're comfortable. Gently close your eyes. Release the control of the breath. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And the most challenging part of this pose is not thinking any thoughts. So if you notice thoughts come up, your to-do list comes up, maybe you're wondering, what we're gonna do next, or if you did something right, or any thoughts, other thoughts that pop up, just make note of them and let them go for the next few minutes, and we'll get back to them as soon as we're done with this beautiful resting pose. Gently begin to reawaken yourself for the second time today. Bring gentle movements into your fingertips and into your toes. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Maybe roll out your wrists. Come to sit the way we started, with both feet grounded on the floor and both sit bones down on the chair. You can keep your eyes still closed if that works for you. We're gonna drop our chin into our chest and stretch that beautiful muscle in the back of our neck running down. And on an inhale, we're gonna take our gaze up and keep it here, or if your neck allows, drop it down and feel a nice stretch in the front of your throat. Inhale, neck comes back to neutral. Right ear reaches towards right shoulder very gently. Inhale back through center. Left ear reaches towards left shoulder. Inhale back through center. The chin drops into your chest. We're going to take 3 neck rolls starting to the right. So gently the right ear is coming towards the right shoulder, and then it goes back. And then the left ear comes towards the left shoulder, and then the chin drops into the chest. Feel free to make these circles as small or as big as your neck allows and as you see fit for yourself. This is your practice. And at the end of the third one, we're just gonna meet with our necks, with our chins in our chests. And the circles can be a slower or a little bit faster, but just making sure we're in control here and not letting the gravity bob our head around. All right, chin and chest. We're gonna go in the opposite direction 3 times. Left ear reaches towards left shoulder and the neck drops back, makes a circle. Right ear, right shoulder, and the chin drops into the chest. 2 more times, just like that. Working with your own neck flexibility and knowing that you are the expert on you. Just using my voice as guidance. Chin drops into the chest. Inhale, we're gonna bring our neck to neutral. We're gonna bring our hands together. We're gonna rub them together. We're gonna generate some awesome heat. And then we're gonna cup our hands and drop our face into our hands, bringing that beautiful energy we generated to our eyes. Use your fingertips and gently tap right above your brow to reawaken us. And then bring gentle movement down your jaw to massage the jawline. The hands come together one more time. Rub them together until they feel nice and warm. Generate that beautiful energy and heat. Cup the hands, drop the eyes into this. Let this invigorate your eyes so we can see better, and tap that place right between your eyebrows, kind of our place for intuition, inner guidance, third eye, so we can tap into that and know that we have this third eye to keep us nice and safe and in tune with our body. And then come back to seated. All right, from here we're gonna inhale and bring our shoulders up, and exhale, relax them down our back. So inhale, shoulders come up, and then imagine like you're trying to pinch something between your shoulder blades, like a pencil. Bring those shoulders down. 2 more times. Beautiful. The hands come into our heart center. We're gonna inhale and send them up overhead. And exhale, bring them down till the palms of the hands begin to separate, and then inhale, we send them back up 3 more times, just like that. So pulling ourselves together, mind, body, and soul, aligning ourselves, coming in through the heart, right? Through the heart and up, and then down and through the heart and down, just pulling all pieces of ourselves together. I think this is our 3rd time. If it's not, I'm sorry, we're gonna do it. 1 more time. Last time, send it up. And this could be as slow or as fast as you'd like, as long as you're in control and just breathing through it. Beautiful. And then hands come into our heart. Gently close your eyes. Maybe chin tucks in just a little bit. Taking time for gratitude right here. Being grateful for the body we have and everything it does for us every single day on and off the mat. And then naming 3 things that you are so grateful for in your life. The hands can stay in a prayer. You can put one palm over the other over your heart. Just feel that heart become so warm with those wonderful people, events in your life that you're just so grateful for. Just finding that gratitude, filling the heart. So we're filling it up with joy and hope and faith and belief. So much to fill our heart, and letting emotions that don't serve us, just there's no room for them in a heart that's full of gratitude. Beautiful. And then bringing our hands down, opening our eyes. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your light with me and your practice with me, and with now cultivating that light and sharing it with people in your life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.